Well, 4 years after an accident that claimed the life of an Eagle teen, a Boise woman is speaking out. She says the roadside memorial needs to go. Fox 9's Lacey Darrow has the story.
Kimberly Thomas was headed home to Emmett on Highway 16 after a day in Boise. That's when she says she saw a car flying down Floating Feather Road. She started to brake, thinking they were going to blow through the stop sign, but then
the car stopped. And it's like, okay, they stopped. So I turned my attention back to the road in front of me. And next thing I knew, I just, out of my peripheral vision, caught movement and then car.
The next thing she remembers is waking up in the ditch, blood spewing from her head, not knowing what had happened. A 16-year-old driver and a passenger pulled out right in front of Kimberly. The 16-year-old girl was taken to the hospital, but a week later, she died. Kimberly says when she found out, she was floored. Such a simple mistake could cost the girl her life. The crash devastating for all: the young driver, her passenger, her family, and Kimberly.
My life, as it was, ended that night on that highway.
Kimberly says the broken bones she suffered in the accident were painful, but what lingers is the emotional trauma. 4 years later, she's still suffering from PTSD.
After the accident, I had flashbacks of the event right there, of hitting that car over and over and over again.
Kimberly now suffers from anxiety and depression and sees a doctor. Kimberly says she's trying to move on with her life, but one thing keeps setting her back: this memorial on the side of Highway 16.
It's like having it shoved back in my face again. It is a constant reminder to me of that event that night. Every time I had to drive by or be driven by that memorial, this person changed my life. I don't agree with this, but what can I do?
Kimberly says the daily stress of driving by the memorial became too much to bear, so she moved to Boise. She says she thought about writing a letter to the girl's parents, but time and time again, she just couldn't bring herself to put pen to paper.
What do you say to the family of a teenager that was killed in an accident?
While she says she's sorry that a family lost their loved one, she will also never be the same, and she wants other survivors who must look at a memorial to know they're not alone.
There is another side to these stories. I hope if it doesn't help me, it might help somebody else.
Lacey Darrow, Fox 9 News at 9.